Hello and welcome back to today's Total War Divide and Conquer. We continue on with the Angmar campaign. Where we left off, Hoonvorn was met by 3 different captain armies, what we are hopefully going to dispatch. Let's start with the first. Musgash. Bree was the chief village of the Bree land, a small inhabited region like an island in the empty lands. Now for this part, unlike the others, it's actually going to be quite small. Hopefully it won't be much more than just defeating those 3 armies. And hopefully that won't take too long. So set up the goblins. Hoonvorn. No, not Hoonvorn, Morholt. I keep getting them 2 mixed up. And they've got wargs, quite a few wargs, and they seem pretty sure themselves to just sit there doing nothing. Those Auric Taskmasters need to be dealt with. Let's move them up. Split them apart again. I keep forgetting to do that. Makes it a lot easier. Actually moves up in front. Come on. There we go. That's not where I wanted you to go. There you go. Keep going. Once we're in shooting range, they'll start moving. Yep, there we go. Cowards. Come back and fight. Make sure these halberds are in guard mode as well, otherwise they don't have their spears down. Or their halberds down, of course. They do not like staying still, do they? Or Morholt's in range, so let's see if that will be enough to go them forward. Nope. So let's stop for a second. Move forward a little closer. But now move the infantry forward in front of them. Can't be taking no risks, especially with how many wild riders they have. Got some on that end, some on this end. Actually, where should I be keeping my wargs? Those are just riders. And they're riders. Are they just riders or are they scouts? They are scouts. They're both scouts. So I have my warg riders moving for their units of scouts. Hoping to slow them down. Actually, no, we can't reach the warg riders yet. But once we hit them, if they don't kill too many of us, we should be able to keep those scouts trapped in combat. They only killed 11 of us in the shoot. Well, those halberdiers meet those wargs. The sellswords and these halberds meet the wargs. Fire whites into the skirmishers. Into there, into there, into there, and into there. Now with the serpent elixir, gives a bit of breathing space. Focus the archers and the skirmishers. Now the Harbour should have absolutely no problem with these Warg Riders. No problem whatsoever. Our Warg Riders, however, seem to have been decimated. A shame, really. They were good Warg Riders. Move those two around to try and shoot those scouts. Hopefully I'll gain some of them back. I don't have to keep retraining them. Don't you think of getting a volley off? That's right, you better enter combat to not die. Ouch. Oh yeah, they hit the back line. That's gonna hurt. Try and get those scouts. Don't let those scouts bully you.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half.
Even though they're good,
men.
they're still wargs, so they're easy to kill. If you believe. If you believe they're easy enough to kill, then they're easy enough to kill. Go on, point blank. Nope, just... You didn't have to stop, you know. You could have just kept shooting. I guess they are just humans, though, so... Unlike the elves, we can't expect too much of them. We have 66% of them dead, and we're only losing 15%. Oh, I don't like those numbers, though. I don't like that we've already lost 15% in this one battle. Although this is the largest of the three armies, and hopefully there's not too much in Witherboard or Nozenar. Oh, come on. Why can't they charge that like me? Why can't they charge like that for me? Come on. Why is it only the AI can somehow manage to make that charge work? Charge them down, don't let them escape, especially not those taskmasters, they need to die. If anyone's going to escape, it's not those taskmasters. Try and charge into those that are behind you. Get the wargs to charge the routers. Catch as many as you can. The battle may be over. It doesn't mean I'm not. It doesn't mean I'm done. Oh no no no! Anyone who's watched me for long enough should know I'm never done. Those wargs are safe to escape though. Catch as many as you can. At the end of the day, as long as you kill 90% of them or more, they will always go. There's a slight chance that if you kill enough of them in one fight and you don't lose too much, they will often die. But if they have a general, there's more likely they'll survive. Rune Archers lost experience. What? I've never seen this before. Someone tell me if this is actually a thing. My Rune Archers that did perfectly this whole fight just lost experience, and my Wild Riders healed a bit. That's good. A troll race not before seen appeared in southern Mirkwood and in the mountain borders of Mordor. Urlog High they were called in the Black Speech. Trolls able to brave sunlight and not be turned to stone. The ultimate troll. Donning great heavy armour. With spiked clubs. Large rusty swords. And their armour itself could be used as a weapon against the enemy. And the most well-known Urlog High is Moloch, for those that don't know. The troll that managed to grapple with Aragorn and almost beat him if it weren't for Sauron's defeat. Aragorn could have died then and there. Oh, well, there goes one of my Wild Rider units. That's unfortunate. Some halberdiers. We might need to move some of these guys up. I can't move anything up from Gundabad. That'd be a bad idea.
No sleeping here.
Anyway,
I'm gonna stick
the way
you.
Zagbog is placed, I want to be around here when I attack
Come
him.
on. Attack.
You
Kill
kidding
them
me?
all.
Don't do this to me, game. Don't be
Have
it.
a taste of my blade. I'm
Really, you're gonna do this to me?
stick you. Have a taste of my blade.
No,
ready
that's
for
not happening. Even if it means I don't move him afterwards. That's ridiculous.
Kill them all. We've destroyed the enemy.
And let's fight Zagbog and I will end the turn. So I want to cheat Hoon Vaughn into moving more than he should. The Nazgul were they, the ring wraiths, the enemy's most terrible servants. Darkness went with them and they cried with the voices of death. And there's a nice image of Lauren and Telperion, the two trees of the land of Valinor. Yeah, this army has been weakened quite a bit, but we'll keep moving forward. I have faith if we keep moving forward, we'll be able to kill off or take with aboard. And maybe a Nozanar if we get some extra units from... Oh crap. When something's in range, start shooting it. Charge into those Wild Riders. So for Elixir now, hopefully the infighting will keep
The battle is
some of my
very
units
much in our
safe.
favour. Victory will be ours.
Oh, a nice volley there. Yeah, Wild Riders are extremely weak to Archer Fire. Ah, whoa, that poor Goblin's got sent flying. As did that poor sod. More Wild Riders? Oh, no, 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 no. You are not going anywhere. Keep shooting into those Goblin infantry. Seen there. Oh, and you shoot those Goblin bands as they're right in front of you. Trying to kill Hoon Vaughn in the process, can you? I don't want him to die. He's too good of a general to die. I go there routing. Them to the band. Move you to keep shooting the snagger. You come around to shoot, not shoot, fight them. Wild Riders charge the snagger, seeing you've killed off your first opponent. Oh, they're routing. They're routing. Pause shooting. Allow them to get charged down.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
The sooner we get them routing, the less units we lose. This time we lost only 6%. Although that number seems to be slowly increasing with time. Oh yeah, shoot those Warg Scouts into oblivion. If you would be so kind. Goblin Archers. If you'd be so kind, please shoot those Warg Scouts into oblivion. Try into those Archers. And just like that, everyone's gone. And one more time from the top. Kill anything that still breathes. I would love to see an army of just entirely Barrow Whites when playing as Angmar. I think that would be the ultimate goal, is get an entire army of Barrow Whites. And although it's extremely difficult and you're probably waiting 400 turns to do it, it'd be very fun to see. And he lost 100. And from the wall an answering shout went up. Foremost on the wall rode the Swan Knights of Dol Amroth with their prince and his blue banner at their head. Siege of Gondor. Yeah. Unlike in the movies, Imrahil was not just a whiny little bitch, is the nicest way to put it. He didn't just stand there once talking about long as he foreseen the doom, or long as Denethor foreseen the doom of Gondor. He actually did stuff. And also, Imrahil should not have had blonde hair. Being half elf, and of Numenorean descent.
I'm gonna stick you.
Now then, as I promised, won't move him any further. Let's end the turn. So we're still making good money. We're now in the barracks event, and we're currently neighbouring 3/4 neutral factions, which I do not plan to ally with. Those being Thranduil's Realm, Vale of Anduin, Imladris, and... Okay. That means you will no longer fight Dale, which is another good thing. And... okay, you came to me with the alliance. I'll accept this.
We cannot thank you enough for accepting. Until we meet again.
Also, they're at war with the Vale of Anduin. Okay. That I was not expecting. But hey, if it means I save my ally, it's worth it. That's the only reason why I'd accept an alliance from an elf, if it means saving one of my allies. Oh dear. I should have noticed those orcs, but I didn't. Well, they're moving in troves, so we better get our late garrison out of the fort. Not Vifillion under attack. Where'd you move to? Harad and Khand have gone to war. Harad and Dol Amroth have broken their alliance. We are now allies, and the realm of Wooden Realm and Dale have declared a truce. To protect Rakyaberg, I'll get the raider units. Relations have worsened with Dorwinion. Don't really care about Dorwinion. Move these two Snagger in as well, just for increased garrison size. Get some more Wild Riders, and then wait. There's other stuff I can get. Nagmos is moving to attack the fort. I shall intercept.
Listen up. Get ready for fighting.
With a sizable army, but not too big. I need something to protect Gundabad. And that's still in...
We have completed an objective. No sleeping here.
I don't know if I should feel offended, triggered, or annoyed.
Get ready for fighting. Have a taste of my blade. Listen up. Oh.
Regardless, I'm moving Lugduff next to Ugduff. Lugduff and Ugduff.
Get ready for fighting.
Not brothers, just have similar names. There's some more Marauders while I'm at it. Retrain them. There's some more Wild Riders. Because obviously I need more of them. Move this Ballista over here. Because Merinon is not going to be moving from here anymore. Gobadrine, people are still happy. We could move out Mognag for some extra vision, but Yeah, why not?
We have completed an
It's not like we're losing anything. But next turn,
Objective
send him back. Because then he'll have free upkeep.
objective complete.
So still making 2,500 each turn. That's going to change very quickly.
Listen
Let's move
up!
Dragon out to here.
Listen up!
Send out the fellas, the halberdiers, the ballista, and the sellswords,
Get ready
and the
for
archers.
fighting. I'm gonna stick you.
Oh,
Have a taste
not
of my
hunters.
blade.
Might need to
Get ready for fighting.
grease the pig, as they would say in Britain.
Orcs! Regroup, you louts!
I am a warrior, not...
Get ready for
Now,
fighting.
Hoonvorn can continue his conquest. Lugbag
I'm
returned to
gonna stick
Witherboard
you.
in an attempt to defend it. With only 2 units of Snagger skirmishers defending it, it's going to be
Is that
mine.
what you want?
Witherboard will be mine. And only still bordering my ally. It's all coming into place. All the pieces are falling into place. I do want this campaign to last a long time as well, because I want what I'm hoping is once we've established our reign over the Misty Mountains, possibly defeating the dwarves of Khazad-dûm in the process, claimed Fornost Rhine to show that Arnor will truly never return, and the Barrow Downs to start summoning the mighty Barrow Wights from their lairs. I want to move south, far south, into Mordor. So I want to be fighting more. I want to fight. I want to see some more orc on orc action, because you never see the orc factions fight. It's always good versus evil, in most cases in Divide and Conquer. But with the Total War submod, you just get to have that freedom of choice. I'm definitely feeling free to want to attack Mordor. And I kind of want to see if we will get any units from the Black Tower. Because obviously, not the Black Tower, the Dark Tower in Durfang. Because obviously, Agandau being a Black Numenorean. Granted, he's no Sauron, but you'd think Black Numenorians would follow a fellow Black Numenorian, especially one of extreme skill and power. So I mainly want to test the recruitment capacities of Angmar compared to the other orc nations. Because I mean, if we can get the Gundabad Guard from Gundabad, surely we can get other units from other orc nations if we claim something like their capital or something. We might not, but if we do, if it definitely is something fun to note down in the future. Erebor is besieged. Oh, I want that money though.
Get ready for fighting.
Oh well, Witherboard will have to do. I don't want to have to fight this. Granted, it's nice to see the Dwarven settlement and fight, but we'll be losing so much from all the towers. So I'm just gonna auto it. Lose only 15. Witherboard is mine. Occupy it. Move the Snagger and the Raiders.
Come on. Objective
And move them for Witherboard.
complete. We have completed.
Prepare the
an
castle.
objective.
Oh, we can get more trolls from here too. That doesn't actually surprise me. We are in the mountains after all. Now then, Thrill Keeper's nice, but I want the hunting hut. Got the slave pit and Gobadrine.
Listen up! Oh!
Okay, it looks like the orcs have moved away again.
I can greet you, but not serve you, Lord.
That cannot be guaranteed. And plus, I kind of do want to take Dolber in. Because worst case scenario, it just means the Elves and Largest decide to attack us. But right now, I'm fairly certain the Largest have their own problems. Yeah, because they're... Oh wait, no. They're fighting the Dunedain. The Dunedain. Although they've also got their sights on Bree. Largest is also fighting Dunland and... Oh, they've taken Aregion. They must be moving for Holland already. And from what I remember from other Total War campaigns I've done, once Dunland starts really pressing up against them Lardris, they move into the western and even and sometimes I've seen it happen. I don't kid. They actually are able to take Khazad-dûm east. Just with enough sheer numbers, they have the power to actually take it. Now then, Nagmars, I'll deal with you in a second. You're trapped in a corner. I'll deal with you later. So I think I am going to move out everything from here. Including the goblins. Gonna get another unit of Rudar. Gonna get some Hillmen. No, let's see how much money we get from here. That'll decide if we just get the Hillmen or the Rudar Raiders. So we're fighting Nagmars. He's got a unit of Warg Scouts, which we can't really chase down. We do have some skirmishers, so we've got some up. After this, we return to Gundabad and prepare to move in the future to Goblin Town. This is the greatest jest in all the history of Gondor, and we should ride with 7,000, scarce as many as the vanguard of its army in the days of its power. Imrahil about the army of the West. He always knew how to make a good speech. It's why Imrahil and Dol Amroth as a faction has always been one of my favourite factions. Now we want the skirmishers to try and aim for the Warg Scouts. Everything else just... Oh, they're playing this game, are we? We're playing this game. Okay, I'll bite. You won't like the result. Walk, you fools, walk. Once we get close enough. Why are you running? I say walk. That's why I don't like using this grouping technique. Because then guys will start running when I ask them to walk. And they time themselves out. Look at that, a few seconds in and already warmed up. They haven't got any archers. Just skirmishers, okay. So we just throw the Raider warbands into the front. Let the halberdiers start chasing, and then let the skirmishers aim for the scouts. Let's start moving some things in faster. Let's just speed this whole process up. This shouldn't be a massive kerfuffle. It's just send them in and they die. Either our guys die or their guys die. I don't care. I don't care in what order, as long as it's in a certain order. As long as someone dies. As long as someone dies, I'm not too fuffed.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Oh, the balance just keeps tipping on its edge. Trying to get them to aim for the scouts. Come on, Mustang, you can do it. Surround the snagger. Don't give them a chance to escape, just surround them. It's the best way to do it. It's the best way to chase down any kind of cavalry, just chase them down. Now, they probably will escape, but actually they may not. We have got them on the trapped on the mountainside here. There goes their general, and there should go the rest of the army. Yeah, we're just superior. And they've lost only 67, they lost 435. Quen, who came into the hands of Melkor, breathed the hideous race of the orcs in envy and mockery of the elves, of whom they were afterwards the bitterest of foes. Got a nice view of the woods of Ithilien. With a Mumakil and some Haradrim walking through what looks like not just water, not any kind of swamp water, just water. It does have that kind of swampy texture to it.
Get ready for fighting. I'm gonna
Oh,
stick
Shagduff, you trapped
Have a
me.
taste of my blade.
You tricked and trapped me.
No
This
sleeping
debauchery,
here.
this act of cowardice will not
Objective
stand.
complete. I'm gonna stick you.
Move in if you dare. But no, there'll be no escape for you.
Get ready for
Oh, we are
fighting.
actually neighbouring the realm of Erebor now.
Objective complete. Have a taste of my blade.
There's a look back, moving further into a Nozanar. It'll be mine
No
soon enough.
sleeping here. Objective complete.
Yeah, unfortunately we're going to have to say no to making those other units for Drango. But let's move into Dolbrin. It's got a rather small garrison as well, so it's not like we need much. Once we have it, that'll be another region under our control. We've taken Witherboard, we took Rakierberg last time, we took Daneshalls before that, and now we're moving for Dolbrin and a Nozanar.
Get ready for fighting.
I've always enjoyed Angmar.
No sleeping here.
Just because you can very quickly build up an army, send it in. If it wins and you claim some land, if you lose, you don't really care. You just make it again.
No sleeping here.
And the best thing is, because your units in the late games gets they just look so nice. They do. They just get start. Because look at the Scourge Raiders there. That's just the middle tier. They just get even nicer as they carry on. Unfortunately, this faction does have a lack of archers. All we get is the Rudar archers and the archers from... Oh, I forgot about these guys. Yeah, these are the guys of Carnum I was talking about. They come from the Barad Heleg. We can only get them after the Barracks event. So look at those stats right there. Long ago, when Angmar was ruled by the Witch King, an elite guard of hand-picked warriors chosen from the most brutal and merciless warriors of the Rudar Hillmen would accompany him into battle. Now the Witch King has returned to Angmar, he has brought with him steeds used by the Nazgul to reforge his bodyguard, personally picking the most capable men of Rudauer. The Witch King has outfitted them in the steeds of Nazgul black plate armour forged in the fires of Karndum, and maces alike to his own. His force now stands as Angmar's most deadly weapon, for it allows them to engage with the cavalry of elven nations and the Northmen of Dunedain, all on equal ground, and thus overcome one of Angmar's key weaknesses, as the maces they wield can easily slay elf and human alike. Any enemy of Angmar who would be well to fear these riders, for they represent the Witch King's most might anew, and are heralds of a new era of superiority for Angmar. Can only be built in Karndum, but they are probably one of our best units. Other than the trolls, these are our best units. Not only are they cavalry, they're elite cavalry that are made for staying in a fight and killing off other cavalry, which is what we offer lack any strength of. Granted, we've got pikemen in the late game as well, but most elven and human or Dunedain cavalry are in the form of archers, and they often get peppered down before it can actually get into combat. Anyway, with Witherboard now ours, we could build the mines, though we'd only get 250 from it for 4,000, so we'd have to be saving up quite a bit for that. But regardless, we continue on. And I will be finishing this shortly. The Dunedain come to me at Morvatarth. What could you possibly offer me? Oh, you wish to bribe me? Well, a little news for you, diplomat, AI. That has been taken out of the game. So good luck trying to do that. You cannot perform a function of which no longer exists. I knew it. The second I moved out, I knew some kind of army would be coming for Gundabad.
They're attacking the
I just
camp.
didn't believe it. Well, luckily, once we head back, we'll have a second army waiting to attack them as well. But that will be all part of next time. Because I plan to round this off as we get to that battle by besieging Dolbrin, holding the orcs of Atanozanar hostage. The king of Rohan is dead. Oh yes, I would like another general, please. Oh, and he can hold Witherboard. Excellent. Take Dolbrin 1500. It shall be done.
Stick you.
Captain Brog, I'll deal with you later. This will all be done next time. Anorin has been reclaimed. Probably should have read that because it has some nice text to it. Oh well. Well, look, we got more units in Gundabad before they attacked us, and we also got the border guard. Got the Gundabad armory, or the armory at Gundabad.
Orcs. Kill them all.
So we keep Ugduff there. He should keep everything on the wraps.
Listen up. Come on.
Now move
No
everything
sleeping here.
but you.
Get ready
In
for
fact, no,
fighting.
all of you, except for Arthrug. Okay, the people are still happy. Don't forget the
Get ready
Wild
for-
Riders.
Pick your feet up. Listen up. Pick your feet up.
Move up to here. Can't place a watchtower here. And there it
We
is.
have completed an objective.
Anozanar.
Attack.
Currently being held by Lungash. Some goblin bands, some goblin infantry, some snagger, and some Orc taskmasters. So then, what have we got in store for next time? We should be attacking Captain
Have a
Brog
taste of my blade.
and moving for Dolbrin with Drangu the Bloody. At Gundabad,
I'm gonna stick you.
Captain Shagduff has come to attack us.
No
However,
sleeping here.
they'll stand no chance against the armies we have here, so he's likely to retreat. Unless they have more hidden in the pass. Dainsworth has a rather sizable garrison, which I'm going to send out
Orcs. No sleeping here.
to meet with
Come on. We have completed an objective. Get
Chief
ready for
Hoonborn,
fighting.
because he's going to sit about here in
Is that what you
Atanozanar. I'm
Is
going
that
to
what
wait
you
for
want?
Radbug to get there. Rakiburg is under our control, and for now, we seem to be uncontested in this land.
Ready. Hurry up.
The Orcs are moving up another army.
This way.
Captain
Have a taste of
Lugal.
my blade.
They're finally bringing up Ballista, but it may be a bit too late for them.
Hurry up.
There seems to be nothing
Stay
else.
right there.
Melanon is still sitting there doing nothing. Move the
Get ready
Ballista
for
up.
fighting.
Now, having the Ballista there might actually go them into going for it and not for anywhere else. And we are now losing money. But once we have a Nozanar, we can start moving all these guys back across and then attack Goblin Town. Because once we have Dolbrin, we could actually sandwich Goblin Town into submission. Granted, but then we probably have to attack Imladris. But,
Get ready for
yeah.
fighting.
What can go wrong with finding the most elite and powerful elves in the game? Nothing can go wrong. Nothing can go wrong. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Farewell.